Hey, it's Katherine Hofer of Modern Planner, where we look at ways to build intentional businesses and lives. You want to get ahead. You want to plan better. You want to live more intentionally. And you want to stop reacting to life and start being more proactive. However, there are barriers that we all face on that journey. In this video, I want to talk about 3 of them and how you can start making adjustments today that will impact your future in a positive way. The first barrier that we face is what I refer to as tactical challenges. These are practical. They're a little bit easier to solve. They're not quick fixes, but they're close to it. And they tend to be learned skills or behaviors. So some examples of tactical challenges is having no home for tasks, doing something at the wrong time of day, being unrealistic, having the wrong person doing a task, not being able to remember what to do, being disorganized, and procrastinating. Let me share an example. I was feeling overwhelmed in my business during a specific season when I was having calls all the time. And as an introvert, this was getting especially challenging. I knew that what I had was a tactical challenge, so I looked for a very practical solution. I adjusted to an A/B calendar where one week was focused on projects and the other one was focused on clients and calls. In just a few weeks, I noticed a huge difference in my productivity and in my energy on my calls. So here are a few more suggestions for overcoming tactical challenges. Things like time blocking, planning your day the night before, delegating a task to someone, using a timer. The second barrier that we face are external realities. These are real problems, and a big part of this is out of our control, so we need to take a much longer-term mindset and approach. These could include things like health problems, either ourselves or a loved one, a big transition in our life, working in an interruption-rich environment, other people's chaos, or a huge move. At just 25 years of age, I was living in constant pain. There was no immediate solution, and I had to take a very long-term approach to changing my health. I cut back on other activities to make room for my health becoming a priority. I found some new members for my healthcare team. I dedicated time and money to improving my health. And it took a few years, but my health improved dramatically, and I was able to complete a triathlon, which had been a lifelong dream. So here are a few more suggestions for overcoming these external realities. Adapt to the situation by looking at what you can control. Get a new perspective. Ask for help. Take a long-term approach and be patient. And take control of the small tactical things that you can. The third barrier that we face are internal beliefs. These are much more personal. These are mindsets, beliefs, deeply rooted values, and self-sabotage can sit in this area a lot. Examples of this might be that you thrive managing crisis, having a fear of failure or success, having a guilt of relaxing, having an over-the-top caretaker mentality, a fear of completion, a need for perfection, fear that structure is going to stifle creativity, or just not understanding yourself or your preferences. For many years, I lived with a crazy high standard for myself. I expected 100% in every single area of my life all the time. And so I was always disappointed in myself because of my performance. So through a lot of reflection and searching, I actually realized that I only had 100% of my energy for each day. And I had to determine how I spread that out over my priorities rather than giving it all away in the first part of the day. So here are some more suggestions for overcoming internal beliefs. Things like journaling, paying attention to your self-talk. What are you saying to yourself? Counseling, being honest and authentic with yourself, having accountability and others that speak into your life. None of these 3 barriers are easy to overcome on your own. And that's why doing life with others is so important. We need support and accountability to make changes in our life. To help offer my support for you as you work through these 3 barriers, I've created 3 separate audio tracks. They're each filled with encouragement, quotes, and some reminders about the truth that we need to hear so that we don't give up. You can listen to them and download them when you sign up below. And I look forward to doing this journey with you. Be sure to follow me on the social channel of your choice. You can find Modern Planner on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, a life well planned is a life well lived.